So you had, you as a class, had posted there that the woods or the tree itself could represent the future. War and the effects of war, possibly death, could represent maturity or age, fear, or bravery. Anybody want to take a look at that list and discount one? Throw it off. I'm asking that question simply because one of those doesn't seem to fit with the others. Yeah, Chris? Fear? Doesn't fear seem to fit along with war and death and the future? So I think, Kristen, these are, remember, we want a series of related ideas. Christian? Bravery. Bravery. Now, can somebody give me evidence that shows that this symbol cannot represent bravery? Because I don't simply want to take it off because it doesn't feel right. Very good. Leper wouldn't be afraid of bravery. Also, bravery would not stand between leper and his goal. Bravery is not his enemy. Bravery is not his challenge. It would be an ally that he hopes to find. However, bravery cannot be negative in this sense. So we'll throw bravery off that list and deal with the rest. Provide evidence for any one of those. Let's say you're making a claim. Your claim states something like, in a separate piece, John Knowles uses the tree and woods to represent the stars next to war and its effects. I think that's where you folks wanted to go. So it represents war. Support with evidence. Nora. Excellent. So here's how it goes. And I want you to listen carefully to this because what I'm about to do is not just speak but write. This is how I expect your writing to go. Nora has suggested the first piece of evidence. In a separate piece, John Knowles uses the tree and the woods to represent war. Knowles begins this development early in the novel when he notes that only older boys very close to war are allowed to climb up the tree and jump out of it. He further strengthens this when Finney mentions that jumping out of the tree is very similar to jumping out of a burning troop ship. Both of these details link the tree to the war effort. There you go. There's some writing. I've got two solid details in there, and that's only the tip of the iceberg. I can continue on with other details. Can somebody give me other details that connect this symbol to war? Thank you, Nora. Connor.
Leper has a whole thing with the trees building up, and then he finally goes off to war.
Correct. This is support strategy number 2. Thank you, Connor. So I continue with what I was developing for Nora, and I say something like, Knowles continues this development further in the novel, especially focusing on the character of Leper. Leper is oldest of the boys, and he will go to war first. So Knowles depicts Leper as encountering the woods on several occasions. First, when? Oh, that's true, but let's talk about when he's encountering them as opposed to running away from them. First, when he moves from the dorms at the end of the summer session, he moves into an older dorm that is situated in the woods. His next encounter, that's right, his next encounter occurs when Leper attempts to find a beaver dam on a tributary of the Devon River. That tributary lies within the woods. And Leper stands on top of a hill looking down at the woods, wondering about the path through them. This symbolic encounter shows that Leper, the oldest of the boys, is encountering war. And as Knowles later develops, Leper heads into war first, and the only of the boys to actually reach the war in the course of the novel. What did I give you there? 6, 8 sentences, something like that, to add to the 4 or so that I just constructed with Nora. I'm developing support for this one claim. But remember what I've said before, the immature, unsophisticated writers would just kind of stop with the claim. You can't stop with the claim. You have to have specific, detailed support garnered through those 4 questions. Michael?
You know, like the festival that Finney has?
The Winter Carnival, yes.
Yeah. Is that the winter?
It's most clearly situated on the banks of the Naguamset, so it's connected to the Naguamset, but they bury the hard cider at the base of a tree. So there's a tree connected and the Naguamset connected. Good question. And yeah, I could go further into this essay, but you know what? I've kind of done my job through 4 different details to establish that we've connected this to war.